Alright, hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today we got in store is another pack of Magic the Gathering cards. This is from the set Odyssey. It has 15 additional cards. It has expert level on it. You see some guy there kind of standing there with a sword on his back, his arms crossed. He's protecting something. I remember this set, especially from when I was younger, one of my favorite sets. In this strategy game, you play with a deck of illustrated cards instead of a board. The collectible cards represent magical spells and fantastic creatures. Designed by Richard Garfield. This is an expert pack. They also had advanced and starter packs as well. And let's just see what year this came out. I really don't remember. Should probably say the year somewhere on it. 2001. So quite a while ago. Wizards of the Coast premium cards are foil cards. Odds are 1 out of 100 cards. So that means if you get, I think, 10 packs, your odds are pretty good because there's 15 cards in each pack. Or maybe it's, yeah, I believe so. Anyways, let's just open this up and see what it's about. Love the red foiling on the top. Lovely set. Really love this set. Oh man, this takes me back. Acceptable losses. 3 in a red, sorcery. As an additional cost to play, accessible losses. Discard a card at random from your hand. Deals 5 damage to target creature. So it's 3 in a red, it deals 5 damage to target creature, but you gotta discard a card from your hand at random. Probably not worth it. Looks like some bird creature, some griffin is swooping down to save these guys from the lava, or maybe they're all going to get burned by the lava. The lava's just rushing in. This is drawn by Mike Plug. Lovely. Always love the set symbol down there. Not sure what it was. Almost looks like Icy Manipulator, something weird like that. Some sphere, or maybe like a hand holding a sphere. Always hard to tell. But this set really takes me back. Let me know if you guys started with this set. This is Syncopate. X in a blue. It's an instant. Counter target spell unless its controller plays X. If a spell is countered this way, remove it from the game instead of putting it over its graveyard. So pretty sweet, awesome counter spell. So if you pay it for just a blue, it doesn't work. So you have to at least play it with 1 and a blue. And if they paid the extra 1 mana, they're able to block it. So really good if they used all their mana for a big spell. And you can make them pay an extra and they can't. The spell is countered. Looks like a bunch of fireballs are coming towards this woman. She's got some blue energy about to protect her. Cancel them. You can see the fireballs just disintegrating. This is by Pete Ventures. And this set is so much fun. I remember this card. This is Springing Tiger. Coming right at you. Look at the claws and the fangs just right at you. Interesting lines of action in the background. Very green, very vibrant. White and orange tiger. 3 and a green. Creature cat. It's a 3/3 with Threshold. I think Threshold was... maybe Threshold just came out in this set. If you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, it has Threshold, so it becomes a 5/5 if you have Threshold, which is awesome, and I love that ability. There's a lot of cards in here that, I think Entomb and Gravedigger, that bring cards back from your graveyard. A lot of graveyard abilities. Ooh, look at this. This is beautiful. Got a Phantom Whelp. Now, let me see. I forgot who drew this one. Got Arnie Schweckel. Phantom Whelp. Looks like a ghost fox or something like that with its tongue sticking out. Pretty weird. Very big head for its body size. Very misty background. A little bit of orange sunlight going on. Looks kind of cold and chilly. Beautiful though. 1 in a blue. Hound. It's a 2/2. When it attacks or blocks, return it to its owner's hand at the end of combat. So you can kind of bounce it back and forth. This is drawn by Wayne England. Interesting. So you can only attack with it, and then it instantly gets bounced back to that for if he blocks with it. Put it back to your hand. Very interesting. Next card I got is a Satan's Desire. Got the Centaur Warrior inside of a little glass sphere in his hand. This almost looks like the guy on the pack. Probably drawn by the same artist. They both have the blue lines. He has them on his chest and he has them on his arms. They're shamanic looking like. He's got his staff. Oh, he is a centaur as well. Face tracker won't let go of his face. 2 in a green. Enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and has thresholds. All creatures able to block enchanted creatures do so. So if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, all creatures have to block it. It'd be sweet if it had Death Touch, so you can pretty much wipe their whole board. Awesome. This is drawn by Crulio. Next card I got, now this is beautiful. Fledging Imp. Got this weird skin imp flying there with the raven wings. His nose doesn't look to be there. It looks like it got melted off or something. You got a tree in the background and then some weird yellow-orange kind of clouds and purple sky. 2 in a black, creature imp. It's a 2/2 and has black. Discard a card from your hand. It gets flying until end of turn. Interesting. I thought I had flying, but I guess you need to pump up the wings with some cards, and then he'll gain it. And this is drawn by John Matson. Bizarre. So it's kind of interesting. This will help you get Threshold if you want, because you can put a card in your graveyard to help build it up to 7, but then you have to discard a card still, but interesting. This one, and I do love how this set, if there was a card that has like Flashback or something, the little gravestone in the left corner, that means it had Flashback. So you could see it in your graveyard and know that you could bring it back, little gravestone. I wish that they did that. Ray of Distortion, 3 and a white. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. It has Flashback for 4 and 2 white. So the flashback cost is a little bit more, but you can play this, put it in your graveyard, then play it again for its flashback. You may play this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost and remove it from the game. How cool is that? Double play, and his sword is just getting bent out of whack by this guy over here, just hitting with energy, completely melting it. Poor guy, he's so strong, and he's still whooping him. This is Carl Critchlow. I love flashback, I really do. Got Rites of Initiation. Looks like some sort of seance or rituals going on. There's like a bubbling pot going on. The cauldron has teeth on it, and he's about to like throw in a ram's skull. Very interesting. Dark Knife. 1 red. Discard any number of cards at random from your hand. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn for each card discarded this way. So you could honestly use this to finish the game if you wanted to. Discard your whole hand, possibly give them +7/+0 until end of turn, and maybe swinging for the kill, and it's an instant. How crazy is that? Pretty cool. Very vibrant reds in this card. This is drawn by Bradley Williams. I got a Nantico Disciple, like a grasshopper guy hanging out in the forest. Just hanging out in the forest. Beautiful greens. Smoky in the background. Kind of cool oranges on his chest and a little bit of his arms, and his arms and legs are crossed in an interesting kind of way. Creepy. 3 and a green. Insect Druid. It's a 2/2 creature. It has green and tap. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So pay green, tap them, give another creature a little bit of strength. Fun. Next card I got is another one with flashback. Man, I really wish that they brought something back like that. Let you know right away that it has an ability. Got Embolden. 2 and a white. Prevent the next 4 damage that would be dealt this turn to any number of target creatures and or players, divided as you choose, and has a flashback for 1 and a white. So its flashback is actually cheaper than its original cost. So if you used a card like the Fledging Imp to put it in your graveyard, you could actually play this card for cheaper. How cool is that? And then the next card I got, oh, I completely remember this card. Got a Fright Crawler. How creepy is this? He's like weird little like sea lampreys or something like that. Interesting teeth just going through the ground and kind of like eating decayed bodies, it looks like. Interesting red sky, a little bit of purple in there too, and these just creepy fangs. Doesn't even look like they have eyes, they just see with their mouths. Absolutely wild. By Matt Kavoda. It is a 1 and a black. To play this guy, it's a 1/1 creature. Can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or black creatures, so it has Fear. Threshold, gets +2/+2 and can't block, so it can become a 3/3 that can't be blocked except by artifacts or black creatures, but it can't block itself. Interesting. Lovely art too. Pretty creepy. And now I'm on to an uncommon. Got a Pulsating Illusion. 4 and a blue. Interesting creature. I don't even know what it is. Looks like a jellyfish in the sky. Almost like a sea, like a manatee or something like that. And it kind of has a caterpillar tail. Like the offset of the background, you can see the level of the ground and the earth back there. Lovely clouds in the sky. Flying, so 0/1 for 4 and a blue, so really tiny. Discard a card from your hand. It gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Place ability only once each turn. It would be sweet if you could play it as many times as you want. You can honestly use it to finish the game. This is drawn by Arnie Sweckel. And there's a lot of abilities in the set that really affect with your graveyard and filling up your graveyard, so pretty fun. Beautiful art. Next card I got, oh, I completely remember this guy. How could you not? This is Metamorphic Worm. I remember worms were huge. 3 and 2 green. It's a 3/3 and has Threshold. Gets +4/+4. So it could be a 7/7 if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard. Almost looks like he's birthing out a fire or something like that. Very interesting face. Red beady eyes. Almost like a predator-looking face with your fangs. And he's just hanging out in the forest. And it's an elephant worm. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Elephant tusks and weird teeth on the top. Reminds me of the movie Tremors. And the rare card I got is Decaying Soil. 1 and 2 black. Enchantment, at the beginning of your upkeep, remove a card in your graveyard from the game. It has Threshold. Whenever a non-token creature is put into your graveyard from play, you may pay 1. If you do, return the card to your hand. You have Threshold as long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. Interesting. So it looks like a bunch of coffins are being piled up there. Almost looks like skulls in the background. And yeah, this is drawn by Don Hazeltine. And at the beginning of your upkeep, remove a card in your graveyard from the game. So exile a card. And whenever a non-token creature card is put in your graveyard, if you pay 1, return that card to your hand if you have Threshold. And it looks like I did get a foil. How fun is that? I love the old foilings on these older cards. This is Gallantry. 1 in a white, instant, target blocking creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn, and some card draw. So some removal and some card draw, and I think it's an uncommon. Look at this woman just straight up karate kicking this guy in the head, using him as like something to joust herself off of. Bam. Interesting, like background, kind of purple and pink mountains, just kicking these gray guys right in the face. By Mark Tendon. Awesome. Lovely pack. I finally did get an older foil, so pretty fun to open it up. I really do like the old foiling on it, and I really love this set. It takes me back to when I was younger. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know if you played back when this set was around, and enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for stopping by again.